Music legend Bob Marley said, "One good thing about music is that when it hits, you feel no pain." But if Bob Marley heard my son play the violin, he'd have a totally different opinion. About 2 months ago, my son's music class had their violin recital, and I was invited. I didn't know what to expect, so I went. And the first thing I noticed when I got there was most of the seats were empty. Most of the parents didn't show up because they knew the horror that awaited them. I went in and I took a seat. Then all of a sudden, the music teacher rose his hands ready to conduct. Us parents rose our cell phones and iPads ready to capture the precious moment. The janitor shook his head and slowly excused himself. And then it happened. An army of elementary school students tortured us with their violins. How could such pain come from such innocence? These kids were killing us. But us parents, we just sat there, pretended it didn't bother us. But deep down, I wanted to boo them. Only our love for the children could help us endure the pain. The concert continued, and us parents found joy in the midst of the suffering. Those children massacred Mozart. They butchered Beethoven. At that point, the music teacher had enough, and he stopped the music, and he went to each child and adjusted their position and their form. And by making those minor adjustments, those kids still sounded horrible. But they played much better. My son's violin recital taught me that life is an instrument we're all learning to play. And some of us have more experience with it than others. And for those of you who have more experience with this instrument of life, those of you who've mastered its strokes, please show some empathy to those of us who don't play so well. After all, you used to be here. My son and his classmates, they didn't play so well, but they were learning to play together. We need to surround ourselves with the right teachers who can properly show us how to guide the bow across the narrow strings. So yes, you will hit notes that hurt, annoy, and offend people, but keep playing, and eventually we will all learn to play in harmony.